Okay, boys and girls, this is Miss Bell. Yay, yes, I'm talking to you. So your first task today, while I'm gone during this time, is I'd like you to finish your Tanka poem. Yesterday, we wrote this one in our groups, and today you are finishing writing your second Tanka poem. Now, in order to start that Tanka poem, remember you need some brainstorming on the back. If you did your brainstorming for your second Tanka on the piece of notebook paper from yesterday, make sure that you use the stapler to staple that brainstorming paper to this assignment. So don't forget to include a title for your Tanka, and each line should be 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. Remember to not use a lot of the words like it has. That's just a waste of words. You want it more like a list. So if I was doing the Rocky Mountain region, I might do snowy, mountains, comma, and use up those syllables with descriptive words and words that describe the area instead of wasting it on words like it has. When you've finished your Tanka poem, you're going to take it to Miss Bergstead, and she's going to initial it over to the side. So I know that it has been seen by an adult, because we need to check those syllables. 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. You can do that by clapping it out or resting your hand on your jaw, whatever's a quiet activity. Remember, you're not to use neighbors on this. This has to be done by yourself. When you've finished your Tanka, and Miss Bergstead has put her initials on it, then you can go on to your rough draft of your drawing. Make sure that you use the rough draft paper and not the cardstock, because the cardstock is only for your final product. So for your rough draft paper, you're going to take that back to your desk, and you are going to work on that rough draft like I modeled on the board yesterday. If you need some examples, up on the board, there's some examples of each of those pictures. Remember, we talked about how you want to make sure that you have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. We're trying to make these really bright and vibrant with different patterns so that we have that pop art technique with lots of vivid colors and lots of fun geometric patterns mixed in. Again, make sure that you draw the region that your Tanka is over. So is it over the Great Basin? Is it over the Rocky Mountain region? Or is it over the Colorado Plateau? Remember, don't have to copy my pictures. You can even add your own twist to them. But again, remembering that you're trying to do vivid colors instead of like more realistic colors. This is super realistic in color. And I like those ones that are super vibrant and colorful. You'll also notice that the person took a lot of time and detail. So once you've finished your rough draft, you'll need to put your rough draft, leave it on your desk, and you're going to get your cardstock out. And when you do the cardstock, I'm going to ask you for both copies, so make sure that you do both and that you have a plan. Your cardstock is where you're going to do your final picture on your paper. And it has to be completely colored. The less white on this, the better. So you want to use those vivid colors and the geometric patterns. When you've finished coloring it, you do want to Sharpie it. Remember, you can get Sharpies from the back basket that's labeled Sharpie, or if you have one in your supplies. Once you have finished your drawing, see how these are very nice and they have the Sharpie. Again, it looks so much nicer. This person used a fine one. This person used a thick one. I like the thick one. I think it creates a lot of fun balance. You can use colored pencil or crayon. Please, no markers, just colored pencil or crayon to finish the art activity. Then when you have finished, you will glue your paper onto a piece of construction paper from over there. And you're going to recopy your Tanka with the title, your Tanka, and then your name. So again, you can see this person typed theirs up. We're not going to type them, we're going to handwrite them. So the title, your Tanka, and then your name. The title, the Tanka, and your name. Now, these were written in pencil first, and then they were inked. I recommend that so that there's not a lot of mistakes. But remember that all of your supplies are over here. Make sure you follow those steps. Tanka, checked, rough draft, cardstock, Then your cardstock for your picture, completely done, completely colored, then Sharpied. And then your cardstock for your poem with your title, your Tanka, and your name in the corner. Again, there's examples on the board if you have a question. We will work on these today while I'm gone, and then you will also be given some time next Tuesday or next week, depending on what our schedule looks like. Be good, best behavior, you know my expectations. Have a great day and go do great, things.